Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Right on time. Right on time, Adam. How you doing, brother? Who's there? Gosh, man. Morning. 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 Markets are looking really good today. Really good today, boys. Really good. Happy to see. Thanks, baby. Gosh, another coffee? Sheesh. I'm gonna start talking to you in Italian soon, huh? We'll be able to help it. How we doing, boys? My brother Adam. How's the roads, man? You keeping them smooth, filling holes or what? Yeah, attaboy. Attaboy. What usually keeps you busy through the summer, man? You still just grading rural or you gotta get this guy like a talk to text option. You can just have his headset on and just send messages with his microphone. Keeping it smooth, dude. Honestly, huge. Huge. Big contribution. Well, Adam, I don't know if you took a look at the markets at all today, brother, but yesterday that fake news sell-off, right? It it absolutely tickled to perfection this 30-minute first presented gap, and beautiful, just absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, markets cycled higher now. We printed some fresh lower draws. Only bullish draw we're gonna be trading into today, it looks like, is all-time highs, which is all good. We want to be comfortable longing into the highs, right? Oftentimes, Vedant, good morning, my brother. Oftentimes, when we're trading into all-time highs, the market will continue to just surpass that level, right? And we're seeing it here, right? We took it. People look for reversals, right? Off the 28K, all-time high was swept. We have an SMT on ES, right? ES hasn't taken the high, nowhere near. Right, and the market just continues to run because if the market's going to sync up, then the S&P needs something to pull it up into these draws, right? So we have these draws plus the strength of NQ trading at all-time highs, right? It can be very, sorry about that, guys. Just dropped my mic. It can be very dicey shorting off all-time highs, right? So we want to make sure we're waiting for a quality shift in the market before we're going to be pulling any type of trigger going short here, right? This is rookie shit right here, man. This is what we used to do. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyways, what I was saying, fake news sell-off, market pulls back, right? Another amplification of the fake news, or there was a fire, whatever. Either way, 30-minute first presented held up perfectly. All right, look at this. Small, right? Keys in the details. Market prints higher, takes all-time highs. Now look at ES, right? We could say, oh my gosh, big SMT, right? NQ cleared the high, ES didn't. SMT, smart money tool. But we're bullish, man. We're bullish. And if you start trying to short off these highs, I'm telling you, like I said, it's rookie shit, man. It is rookie shit. We used to do this years ago, even last year. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that all-time highs has a higher likelihood of pulling the market higher than pushing it lower, right? So, a lot of the talk these days, right, being that we're at all-time highs again is oh, I'm not comfortable trading into it, right? You're going to get more comfortable the longer you trade these types of conditions, but understand that the market is less likely to sell off than it is to continue higher, right? And we have these bullish draws on ES, right? Look at this magneting price, right? The higher ES goes, the higher NQ goes, right? Vice versa, right? We're just stacking all these lows, and it piggybacks off the lesson from yesterday, right? If we zoom out on ES, for example, look at all these bearish draws the market didn't take, right? Look at NQ. Look at all these draws that the market never took. right? Because it said, nope, I'm going higher. I'm just going to keep going higher, right? And if you were trying to short into these draws, you're cooked, right? You're absolutely cooked, right? So we're just going to apply the same principle. And then at some point, right? At some point, the market will turn around and start to liquidate these draws, right? How low? Who knows, right? But a good example from yesterday, same deal right here, right? We had all these sell side draws stacked right up, right? We liquidated a good few here. This is the weekly time frame, right? But this pullback here was the major liquidation, right? Now we print fresh draws, right? All this sell side liquidity is just completely stacked up, right? And who are we to say when this is going to turn around, right? So with that being said, if we're going to be shorting the market, we need to see a hefty turnaround. This has to turn around and it's got to flip some serious structure, right? So for now, I'm basically just bullish on the day, right? Unless we flush and see some very very clear signs that the market's turning around, but that is not going to be on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, and the 5 minute, right? That's very dicey trading, and you're likely going to get clapped, right? You're likely going to get clapped. The biggest losing streaks are traded on reversal models. Remember that. The biggest losing streaks are on reversal models. Macy, good morning, brother. Good morning. 7:36 where I'm at, 9:36 Eastern. How are we doing today, boys? Vedant, how are we doing? You can't hear my voice? Yo, mic check. Imagine. Mic test, mic test. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, beauty. Beauty. So anyways, guys, how we doing? Enough about the markets right now. Again, we're still hands off for the next little bit, but it's looking like we're going to get a nice key quality level printing fairly early in the morning here if we continue to rally higher, right? What do you guys got going on? Cheers, by the way. First sip of coffee. Let's go. Oh, come on. Like a good sip of brewski. Come on, baby. Just gonna make sure everything's up and running. Got the recording going. Good, good. Ricky Birdie. What up, Rick? Mozambique. Morning, legend. How we doing? How you doing? Not bad. Good, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. We are at all-time highs, boys. For anybody holding stock, the retail investor is getting richer and richer and richer. I had a good talk with my brother and his younger buddies like 2-3 weeks ago, and they were talking about how everybody's getting broker and broker, and I'm like, how's that possible? The market's going up. Yeah, dude, unreal. Ricky, man, I'm telling you, your Bank of Japan play was a little fundamental read there. I mean, you clearly had an insider call from JD Vance or somebody. You know what I'm saying, to let you know that there was a sell off coming here. So this guy looks like he's trading technicals, but he's really a fundamentalist at heart. With fundamentals, it's who you know, it's not what you know, right? Or it's who you know that tells you what's going to happen, I guess. So it's kind of who you know and what you know, but. Starting to love fundamentals here with Iron Ore. Dude, I'm loving that for you, man. I'm loving that for you. Good for you. Yeah, to be honest, on the topic of technical trading, I've been loving the war talk. Call it a war, but yeah, I've been loving the war. As long as nobody dies, but for the markets, it's been great, man. It's been absolutely stellar. Obviously, every now and then you can get a little side bang by a Trump tweet or something like that, or some unknown volatility that comes into the market, but man, for the most part, like, volume is up, the markets are moving. When the market moves in one direction primarily, it's just that much easier to trade. As they say, in times of crisis, some people cry and some sell tissues. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's a mindset, and a lot of people hate on it. I remember when when the pandemic first hit, there was a guy, one of the clients at our work. He was big money, and you know everybody's freaking out. What did he do? He started importing medical supplies and basically supplied our province throughout the entirety of it. You know, made $400 or $500 million and fucked off. Crazy. We call it a pandemic, eh? Let me tell you something. Pandemic doesn't change capitalism, right? Doesn't change the structure of society. But hopefully we never have to go back to that place again, because it was a tough time for a lot of people. So, anyways, boys, all-time highs. Markets are moving. I'm pumped. I'm just about as pumped as this market. Macy, good morning, you absolute barbecuing beauty. Hit me with some sauce, man. Are we waiting for a deeper pullback? Hit me with some sauce. All right, ES is pushing. How do I get this off? You guys know how I can get this ESM off? It's got to be in settings, right? Canvas, text, grid lines, background, watermark, trading, symbol. There we go. No, that's up here. Indicators, titles, scales and lines. Here we go. Scales and lines, boys. Okay, no, we don't need value. We don't need name. We don't need any of this shit. There we go. Now I can actually see the draw. Hold on. Keep the value on, because then, again, we can still see the draw names. But yeah, right on, boys. Happy Tuesday. It's a beautiful day to be alive, let me tell you that. I got a good feeling about the markets today. We're moving. See if we can get a fresh print of Bel Air right here. Something like this. All right, it'd be great to see the market expand higher. The higher we go, the better. And pull back into our zone. So we'll see what we can get. But yeah, we are clearing 28K, right? We got a bit of resistance, right? Bit of resistance here up in this region, right? Resisted it a little bit here, but showing clear signs that we ain't worried about it. Oops. We are not worried about this at all. Apparently. We'll see what happens here. Yes, starting to react off these buy-side liquidity pools. Macy, today I'm waiting at my POIs below. Alerts are set. No alert, no trade. Wife has the laptop, so I have to trade from trading. Oh, trading be trading. Bless your soul. Your wife's trading on the laptop today, man, or what? Let's go. Hilarious. She's like, babe, NQ's at all-time highs. I'm taking the laptop today. You wish you could trade? Yeah. Imagine a household with 2 traders. That'd just be weird. That would be so weird. All right, guys, first 15-minute print. We got red folder today as well. Let me just get this up here real quick. I don't know if it had already passed or not. It might be a nice little juicy data wick. 10 a.m. data wick, or sorry, 10 a.m. data wick, 10 a.m. red news, red folder news, 10 a.m. red folder news. So I'm hands off for the next 15 minutes regardless here, boys. But it works out beautifully. Holy shit, why is this set to 30? Oh my goodness. She's leaving that up to me and my son? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, women trading, it's a fascinating concept. Oh boy. Let's go. Nvidia is still way down. I guess this is lower time frame. Did Nvidia clear all time? Yeah, Nvidia cleared ATH. Nvidia is still up. Microsoft way down. Starting to cycle though, right? We're starting to inverse, so Microsoft could rebound here and recover. Meta's a tough buy, man. Amazon, there we go. Look at that. Carry us to the moon, Amazon. All right, look at this inversion here. It's a weekly inversion. But look at this. Inverts it, retest, gone. Gone. Sony, same deal, low. Galaxy's rebounding, good. CoreWeave, a lot of these companies have massive upside to all-time highs, right? And it's interesting to see that NQ is already trading at all-time highs, right? Tech's already trading at all-time, which is just crazy. We do have this old sneaky data wick. And I think, I don't know, in the next couple of years, we'll probably come down to get it. But you guys got to just make sure, like for me at least, I don't take my draws off ever, right? If I cleared these, I'd be crying because I'd have to go back and put them on. And my session indicator only goes back so far, right? It only goes like 50 or some sessions back. So then I got to just like plot the times manually, right? It's like all down here. This is all got to be done manually. Right, but this is also the continuous contract, right? I switched over to continuous back in March when we rolled over to a new quarterly and the data feed was all skewed. Or at least my draws and liquidity were skewed. Anyways, regardless, we're chilling. Wow. But yeah, look at these downside draws, man. Right? The market does not want to sell. Very clearly. Right? Macy, look at this 30-minute first presented yesterday. Insane. It actually hit the 15 was a little lower, but the 30-minute down here was just insane. Full fill, and then boom, 5-minute BPR off the bottom. That is picture perfect V shape, right? 1, 2, 3, we get our bearish fair value gap, immediately smokes it. Right? When you get those overlapping fair value gaps, guys, you get the BPR gaps, right? Balanced price range. Overlapping bearish and bullish fair value gap, very strong level, right? Held it up all the way up. But like devil's in the details, right? Like who saw this? I didn't. Not a chance. Actually, I was a little bit more focused on this leg here, right? And by the time we cleared this low, you know, it was like, let's take continuations higher. Like I wasn't paying attention to anything down here, to be honest. Right? There was that 4-hour order block. Supply, demand, whatever you want to call it. Call it no B. Actually tapped into the last candle of it. Beauty. Absolute beauty. So now, let's see how high this prints. Right? We could be getting a very free trade very early in the day. I'm going to delete this. Right? Depending on how this closes, news opens up into it, prints our entry model to the moon. Whoa. You see that? That was sharp. Looked glitchy. I like to mark the sell before the buy. I like to mark the sell before the buy for a demand higher time frame POI. I'm not looking for sniper entries. I want to be in the trade. Yeah, there you go. I gotta change the music here, boys. Ay. Let's go. You guys, any of you guys still using Brain FM? Brain FM is my go-to. Right, we're buy mode, boys. We are buy mode. Don't get slapped around trying to sell this market right now. It's the classic, man. The classic. Just gonna put some socks on here, guys, while we wait. Ooh, what a song. Come on. Come on. All right, these should have enough charge on them. Boys, I'm looking to get some hats made. If you guys want one, I'll mail one to you. Run a couple prototypes. Maybe a shirt, black shirt, some hoodies. What do you think? Let's dial it in, man. I wish you guys could hear what I'm listening to right now. This shit's spicy. It'll be in the full recording today. I'll drop some little snips because I've muted the music ever since because it distorts the voice big time. But yeah. All right, guys, 6 minutes until 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 and 50-minute close, right? Very, very key time. This is going to be printing a 4-hour bullish fair value gap down here. All right, so I want to get all this marked out. Oh, steamer of a song, man. I just can't. You know what? Fuck it. What's up, Prof? How we doing, brother? Oh, buddy, we're just ripping to some saxophone focus piece. Brain FM. How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? You get that, take some space? Oh, there we go. There it is. What is that? Gold longs. Let's go. Let's go, man. Great trade. Great trade. Nice 15-minute level. Good, man. Good, man. Look at you, bro. Look at you. New man. New man. Okay, brother, so just watch this retest here, right? Might get a bit of a pullback, right? No inversion into this leg here, right? So we're looking at this entire leg. We want to see this react and go, right? 2 minute, same deal. Careful for this 2 minute, right? You could get a bit of a pullback into it. 3 minutes clear, 5 minutes clear, bro. Let's go. So it's retesting that 1 minute now. This does look decent. Any higher draws? London high. Patience all day, baby. Are you out of this already, bro? I just saw your TP. Well done. Bro, one green trade a day. Like, lock it out. I challenge you to lock it out today. Right? You're up, dude. It's like when you're at a casino, man, and you're up, you walk away. Right? This is how we start to manage greed. Right? And then with the greed comes the fear of missing out, right? So it's a 2-in-1 whammy, bro. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up, man. Thanks for the heads up. Oh, come on, baby. I'll be hitting the foam roller today, man. All right, let's turn this music off. Hit back. Did I hit my back? I did not train my back. No, I went golfing for the first couple times. Well, twice in 2 days in a row. No. I went golfing for the first time this season. It's Friday, Saturday, and I'm a little stiff. Plus, like, I've been sitting like an absolute troll for a while. You know, this business demands a lot of desk hours, which is all good. River has it. Macy is the new order flow price action machine. Hilarious. No doubt about it. Yeah. Macy typically finds himself on the right side of the market. It's commendable. It's commendable, brother. All right, we're closing in 45 seconds, guys. $65 zone, not bad. Right, so we got a 1 hour FVG, bullish FVG below, which we may want to reach into. Right, we also got this 4 hour quite a bit lower, but I don't feel like that's going to be a today's session kind of move. Right, if we come down in the next 2 or 3 candles to that low, I mean, it's gonna be a very steep sell off. Right, tough to long off that. I'd personally rather just see this 15-minute confirm, cycle in, and go. Let's get paid and let's get the fuck on with our day, boys. What do you think? Hoorah! Here we go. Here it comes. All right, boys. Entry drill. What are we looking for? Right? Most recent price leg into our POI. Right? So I'm going to be looking for something to print off this leg. Right? Oh, Macy is and so is market maker. Nice. M&M market maker. No 30-second fair value gap printed on this bearish leg here, boys. So looking for another liquidation. This might just go. This might just go, boys. No problem. Got our CISD. No inverse, no trade, right? All right, so we wicked the low. Now we took buy side, right? We took top side liquidity. So we'll see if we can get another retracement down in. That'd be glorious if we could. I got a feeling this is going to pop. No entry provided. Right? If so, all good. Right? But we got that bottom wick on the 15 immediately, right? Now look, we're starting to cycle higher. Right? So we might decide to potentially reverse this candle, but typically we get bottom wick, then top wick. What's my target? Great question. So if I have, like, let's say 3 contracts running on a position like this, I'll look to clip 2 at about, anywhere from $150 to $300. And then I'll leave a runner go. Because with Lucid Flex, you got to have 5 days at a minimum 150. Right? And then I would likely monitor ES to see how it's moving towards all-time highs. Because ES, that's, I get 100 points on NQ, right? This is going to go. A wide. 40 points. A little late for me. No entry, guys. But this is looking like it's going to go. There was a 15-second inversion somewhere down in here, right? No 30-second, no 1 minute, so I'm not interested, right? We inversed this 1 minute here before we tapped in, right? So it's already invalidated, right? I want to see a fresh print lower. It'd be great if we could see a sell-off. Right? It's important that we're paying attention to our emotions throughout this process. right? If you're sitting here and you're getting a little emotional, waiting for an entry, right? And you're considering violating your rules or your terms, just chill, man. Just take a big deep breath. Like that's not going to get you paid. Remember that, right? But ES is definitely catching up. Yeah, I see ES inverted before the top into before the 15-minute fresh, the fresh 15. Right, we're kind of stale here, right? So it could just be building to go, but it'd be great to again see a liquidation, right? Anybody in a trade right now? I am not in a trade right now. Hey. How we looking? Yeah, looking really good. Looking like upside, right? Again, bottom half of the candle prints, right? We print our wick into our level, we reject, and then we print our body, right? That's typical PA if we're trending. Yo, Macy, are there activation fees with Bullnox? I was looking at them yesterday, and they're quite cheap, like Apex, right? I'm assuming there's an activation fee. Good for stacking because I think you can run 20 accounts on Bullnox too. Yeah. Ugh. 148. All right. Similar to Apex, yeah. Similar to Apex. Holy shit, man! We have just gone totally flat. Like it's just gonna erupt, or is it? I have 100K with 248. Yeah, so it's 100. So if you pass, I mean, you're trading into a buffer at $270, and then you still have to hit buffer. Shit, man, you can almost get 3 lucents for that. No buffer. Those activation fees, eh? It'd be cool if like you could stack like. Oh, it'd be great if you could wait. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't have to activate them within 7 days. Trade them one by one, get them all stacked up. But I think that firm is more for big stacks, right? It's for bigger allocation, quicker, bigger allocation. Stuffed up a bit today. All right, starting to retrace. Beauty. Okay, guys, we got some nice equal highs here. Very nice looking equal highs. If we come down and mitigate one more time, that's gonna be it's gonna be good. Yeah, exactly, right. You pass, but then it's like, oh, they slap you with $150 US fee just to activate it, and then you got to build a $2,600 buffer. Ay, ay, ay. It's an interesting model. The low evaluation fee is what suckers people in, man. How many people buy one of those accounts and then don't even realize there's an activation fee? Sergi boy, what's up? What's up? How you doing, brother? Ah, we're getting that in. Holy shoot, the boys are here. The boys are here. Welcome, boys. Welcome. What's up, baby? How you doing? How you feeling? Good, good, good. Good. You slept good. Listen, double refill. Oh, it'd be amazing. Yeah. Mm. Let's go. Now we can trade. Yeah, man. Let's do it. Jose, my brother, how we doing? Whew. How we doing? Interesting start. All good, bro. You? I'm well, man. Yeah, Serge, I know, right? NQ, beautiful tap in. Beautiful tap in, just like we were looking for. But no entry. No 30-second, no nothing. Yeah, we're bullish. We're bullish on the day, boys. We ain't selling this market. Yeah, there it is. Woo! All right. Dial it in. Maybe I'll just get you to skirt out of here if you don't mind. Thanks so much. Okay, we're getting that liquidation lower. Come on, baby. Give us something good. All right, I'm gearing up here. Looking for an inverse. Looking for an inverse. Fucking smells like ocean in here, man. Gotta open this up a bit. All right, guys, we're pulling back into this 15. Right, we're really starting to pull back into it. Right? So the market shifted lower. 30-minute, nothing. 1 hour, nothing. A little bit lower though, right? We also got this 4 hour lower. Not worried about it. For now, the 15 is the focus. Fresh candle, right? Look for it to print the low. Beautiful test of the 50 of the CE. Right? Constant encroachment of the 15, the middle point, right? It's never a bad sign, right? When we start to see these levels respect. Fucking nose. I'm going to cut it off soon. Irritating. Perfect equal highs on ES. Come on now. I'd rather this stay a little bit tighter, right? I don't want to see it come a little lower. We're going to have to look for a fresh leg, right? And hopefully we get a little bit tighter. But 50 points is about as high as I'll go. Trading into all times right now. Right? And again, Macy, my bullish draws are on ES, right? PM high, all-time high. And there's also this level here. Just be careful. I'm in. I'm in. All right. Now we chill. Now we chill. Holy schmoly. Quick L in the day, maybe? Holy fuck. That's spicy. We're still in. Yeah, no doubt, eh? Hold! Wow, that is a kick in the frickin' kneecap. Thank you. Hold on for dear life here, boys. That was very aggressive. Yeah, could be. Very well could be. 30-second bearish fair value gap we're tapping into right now. Got to see it flip. Push up. 30-second held. Wow. Woo! I didn't even have my stop loss on, man. Holy crap. I was just setting my stop, and all I see is the just this wick right beside it. My goodness. My goodness. Right, so I'm very low risk right now, guys. I got 50 points stop, 2 contracts, so I'm about $200 per account right now. If I clip a contract at the highs here, that's going to be about 70, just under 70 bucks. So it's not going to be worth. I'm looking to hold to about 50 points at least, right? And then I'll likely go BE as we clear these highs, right? If we can cycle out of this region. But holy shit, that was a sell-off. Uh-oh. Trump is live right now. Trump went live 1 minute ago. Yeah, could have been brutal, no doubt. Small risk, so like even if it took me another 20, 30 points, but yeah, it's best to stay out of this market, guys. This was the market reacting to Trump going live to sign some fucking piece of paper for who knows what. Signs proclamation restoring presidential fitness test award. Wow. So it looks like Trump's going to be getting his testosterone checked, and it's going to reveal that he's actually a woman. For now, we're chilling, right? We're still valid, right? We flipped, we inversed, we're still valid. We haven't taken the low, right? We're still valid. But yeah, no, you know what? They're gonna check Trump, dude, and he's gonna have like 2,000 milligrams of testosterone in his body. Like we're gonna have to like reduce his testosterone, and we're cycling higher. Come on now. Okay, I'm gearing up for BE here, boys. I'm gearing up for BE. I got a shit fill on this too, actually. I got filled up here. That's unfortunate. That's 5 points. Whatever. So I'm a 55. Beauty, we got the CISD. Changing the state, boys. Changing the state. Right? Now what? Now what do we do? Right? I am going to continue to read price off of these highs and as we currently print. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm marking out all these fair value gaps. I'm going to manage with structure on this play likely if we can clear these highs. Always 50-50 when he's speaking. Yeah, dude. Buddy didn't even say anything. He just like walked out of an office with a pen and the market slipped 50 points. No biggie. Oh, Trump. Big Daddy Trump. Well, we got our stop loss on now, guys. So we're safe. Right? I'm actually going to reduce risk as well. There's no need to be anywhere below this low. I'm reducing risk to 51. Like, why doesn't it show over here? There we go. 54. Okay, I'm break even. Just below it. Actually, guys, just pause. I know I said I was going to go BE at the high here. I got a really shit fill. I just want to give this a little bit of space. I want to see it expand higher. Okay, I'm going to go BE. I'm break even. I'm peaking ES to see what we're looking at. 30-minute. Look, we're tapping into this first presented 30 and 15. Could be a reaction point. We're taking buy side liquidity. We're also aiming for all-time highs, right? Low resting liquidity. So this could be an interaction point. Right? Unfortunately I only have 2 contracts on, and RR is not in my favor right now. So I cannot clip a contract and be comfortable with that type of profit, right? I don't want to make 70 bucks here. Right? I'd rather risk the whole stack and make 250 than cash 75 and you know what I mean. In this as well. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful, dude. You got a way better fill than me. Let's go. Right? I wouldn't worry about that 5-minute though, bro. I would just keep your risk tight. Like let's just pay it. Let's just get paid off this. Wasn't signed into Tradeovate. Fuck, man. Been there. That happened to me once. I covered it just in case. Okay, cool. How many contracts you running? Okay, I want to see expansion. I want to see this expand. Right? This 5 minutes looking really good. I want to see this push up. I don't want to see a big old wick closure. 2 cons, that boy. 2 cons. Yeah, so you're definitely up. You're definitely up on me, that's for sure. Okay, I said 50 points. I'm gonna say I want to say 75 for a partial, but I've hit my I'm sitting right around my daily target of $1.50. Right, so I honestly I might just clip if I can get like healthily above 150. If I can get well above, then I might just clip. Right, again, we're not aiming for home runs here, guys. I am literally just trading these accounts to get very simple payouts. Right, 5 days, 150. Macy, respect, man, mad respect. We need this up. We need this up. See what the market gives. Dude, you're not trading into thin air, man. Go look at ES, right? Go pay attention to ES, and that'll give you your draws, right? ES has cleared PM high, right, and is now tapping into this first presented, right? So we still have bullish targets, right? So just find the comfort on the weaker asset. Find the comfort on the weaker asset. And just understand we can react. And in a perfect scenario, I would get in tighter and I would be partialing off at the all-time high of NQ. Now it didn't let me do that, so I couldn't. So this is a bit of a rare scenario where I need to now sit, let the market cycle higher, or take an unfortunate break even if that's the case, right? It's all good. It's all good, right? But have faith, right? If you're trading these 2 assets, make sure we're looking at ES because that's why we use it, right? We use it as confluence, right? And we can use it for lots of different types of information that's somewhat relatable to NQ, right? And if we see NQ continuing to rally like it is in and around these areas, man, it's going to pull S&P up, right? It's going to pull S&P up. So patience. But in a perfect world, we get to 75. I can partial off 1 contract for 150 bucks. Actually, you know what? I'd probably just clip them both. There's no point. No need to be greedy. There's no need to be greedy. Guys, I closed out. I'm over my daily target. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I closed out. $160. 160 profit across 5 accounts. Right? So after splits, that just made me like 400 bucks. Right? $400 off 2 contracts, maybe a little less. Hold up. Let's just do the math. Hold up. Hold up. But if you're still holding, like if you're on eval, for example, hold a runner, dude. Hold a runner. Right? So $160 times 5 accounts, that's $800 divided by 2 equals 400. Yeah, so like $380 after profit split US. I am fucking happy with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with that. That is all good in the head, boys. Right? But this has got legs. This has definitely got legs. I'm just not willing to risk, right, that first trade on my fundeds. I'm not willing to risk a deeper pullback before we cycle. Right? I also got a really shit fill. Right? I got a really shit fill. I wanted to be a little bit less, right? 7 points could be detrimental. Right? Plus, given this absolute scam wick that kept us in, man, like, come on. I'll take it. Let's go. W's, boys. W's. Like, what a series of events. Right? Macy says it's coming back. I was convinced, man. I'm like, oh fuck. Like we're definitely getting kicked in the tip. You know, it's the classic eval, right? Like first trade's always a loser, right? Yeah, that shit changes on funded, baby. Let's go. Right? So this is basically, boys, just an insight on how I tried to manage my greed this morning, right? Because it's like, it's looking good, right? But look at this key zone, right? I'm not leaving risk on the table, not after this, right? I'm clear, right? And price could still come back into this region, right? Take me out and then cook, right? And I'm not a big fan of break even trades, as you guys know. I think it's a tough game, break evens. Yeah, man, exactly. Like hoping for a ship to buddy. If a ship sinks, I'm telling you, we're taking all these draws. If it confirmed, we're taking all these draws. But man, like, look at this. This is looking nice. Look at this. Imagine buying this leg. Fuck. Let's go. Let's go, Sergi. Okay, I'm gonna stay focused on ES here, guys. All right, I'm gonna start marking out some key levels, right, as we tap into these buy side draws that we could potentially see reverse, right? That would be cause for a pullback on NQ. Right, so we got basically 2 levels that we got to worry about. We got the 1 minute first presented deep down, and we got the 5 minute, inverse here, right? So ideally, we see this 5 minute hold price up, right? Ideally, we see price hold up off this 5, right? So now price is cycling into the 5. If you wanted to look for a continuation off it, same as the 15 minute, except I don't trade the 5 minute, but you'd be looking for the inversion of the first presented fair value gap that pulled us back into our key level, right? And the 5 minute actually performs really well with 30-second entries. So I'll be looking at that here for you. But yeah, same kind of zone, right? 30-second first percentage up in this region. So, right, and then we also got this first presented 1 minute, which is a big old juicy bast, right? And we got a breaker. Look at this. Does anybody here know what a breaker model is? A breaker block? Breaker. Change the color. Yeah, dude. So breaker, very, very simple. Very, very simple. A breaker, right? If we look at our up leg, our most recent bullish leg, right? If we look at how it formed, what happened before, the breaker is the last up candles before the manipulation, right? So we got up candles, manipulated liquidity, and then we print the leg, right? It's those up candles, the bodies only. So on NQ, right, our breaker would have been these up candles, right? Last 2 up candles, it could be 1 candle, it could be 3 candles, but the last sequence of up candles, right, we mitigate, or we actually hold the fucking phone. Boys, breaker entry right here. Look at this. This is good for upside. For anybody who wants to learn how to trade a breaker or what a breaker is, right here. I'm going to just clear all this out. Right? Manipulation leg. Right? I want to find the last up sequence before the down sequence that manipulated, right? Look at this. Look at this. And we only use the body. Right? So we pushed up, we liquidated, we manipulated, and then we cleared it, right? Up, down, break the high, right? That little up might be more visible on a different time frame. Not really, actually. 1 minute breaker. Look at the accuracy of that, right? Plus the IFEG. So in this case, boys, I could have actually, with breaker models, you can actually trail your stop a lot more aggressive than on these lows, but I was already in off the IFEG, right? But if you're trading the breaker, right, we have the IFEG and the breaker. You could trim it, right? You could trim your low, right? These are equal lows anyways. If price violates this candle, we're likely going to flush these lows anyways, right? But that's how you could trade it. You could even trail like right below the FEG because these breakers are so strong, very, very, very strong, right? And that's going to be in the pipeline, right? Breaker model trading is going to be down the line. It's going to be in the future, but for now, we're just practicing. We're just getting comfortable trading funded on the IFPG entries. Clip it. Woo! I'm pumped. And to be honest, gentlemen, I don't actually see breakers naturally. I tend to see them after the fact, right? So this is going to be. Ooh, we also have an SMT here, right? So this is a print. This is an absolute print, right? Serge, I like your entry, bro. I don't know how you got in, but I do like it with the SMT. Okay, refocus. So we have breaker model that's yet to be mitigated on the S&P, right? The last up close candle before the liquidation or the manipulation that then caused the fresh leg higher, right? Bit of a mouthful. Yeah, 28K profit clear or profit taken as well. We'll see what happens here. Right, perfect example as to why I didn't want to hold in this, right? If I'm okay, man, I got to get my trade back on here. Hold up. I entered at like 56. Yeah, dude, like what a poo-poo Phil, but that's okay. It happens. Anyways, this was basically it. But again, right, if we're being honest with ourselves and just reading price as it is neutrally, NQ trading into the abyss, right? ES trading into PM high, right? As we took all-time highs on NQ, we tapped into a buy side liquidity pool. Previous PM high and a first presented 15 and a first presented 30. So a pullback is imminent, right? We can see that S&P expanded very quickly, unmitigated breaker, right? Tons of reason for price to come back into this level to continue higher, right? These draws, right? These bullish draws are reacting price lower. Now we want to see this breaker hold, right? If the breaker holds, then look for another cycle higher. Do you guys, what color? What color? I don't like gray. I don't like green. I love yellow. Yellow's just so easy on the eyes. Maybe like a faint blue. I like that. I'm gonna run this. Oops. Right, so this is gonna be season 2 of the iLefty trading program, boys. Breakers. Right, and once we master, again, if you're working with me to learn this model, once we master this model, right, and there's a good amount of people making money doing it, we'll transition over. Right, I'm not saying you have to have 2 models in your repertoire, right? It would only ever make sense to trade 2 models after you have literally mastered the first model and there's no emotion whatsoever, right? Because if you add another model, immediately there's confusion. You're like, okay, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, but there's a breaker lower, but there's the IFEG. Do I take the entry here? Then you don't take the IFEG confirmation, then the breaker never gets tapped. Blah blah blah. Right? We don't want to be dealing with that. Right? We want trading to be simple. It's hard enough. Right? And that's why one model to rule them all is beautiful. Right? I'm monitoring the 30-second on ES for you guys here. Right? I'll let you know as soon as I see an inverse out of this level. But for now, there's nothing in this region on the 30-second, right? We only got this 1 minute. Right, I'm going to delete the 5. Have we flipped the 5 yet? Okay, we flipped the 5. Nothing to worry about. Ah, for fuck's sakes. I stream on my Mac Mini. I got the M4 Mac Mini. There it is. This is what we want to see, right? So now this flips. This 1 minute inversion flips, right? Great option for retest or for re-entry if we flip and retest, or we want to just see it completely rally, right? But this would have been the breaker entry. And you can see that breaker entries are a little bit dicey in relation to what we're doing. And I say they're dicey because it's just a risk entry, right? We're just literally trading this level, right? But you can see how fucking strong these are. Look at that reaction, right? That's reacting against a 5-minute inversion, a 15, 30-minute first presented, and a PM high sweep. Right, so I would have ran the risk of going of taking a BE here, right? That's why I clipped out, right? And I saw this pulling back deeper prior if we're going to cycle higher, right? Because of these buy side liquidity pools. Make sense? Make sense, boys? Anyways, holy shit, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. So yeah, $380 American in the span of, you know, a couple sweat beads and 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Right? That's $600-700 Canadian. And this is looking good for higher. Serge, get ready, dude. Get ready. This could be a good clip zone, right? If you still got 2 cons running, clip on the high. Right? If you're happy and willing to take a BE, I mean, we only ran 53 points, right? But I like the fact that you risk down, right? 2 cons. There's never anything wrong with risking low or lower risk, right? But again, like look at this, right? When you see price reject off the 50% or the consequent encroachment, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? When you see price reject off these levels like it did, beautiful. We got this rejection, right? And we flipped, we inversed. It happened to hold, which is just hilarious. Serge, this reminds me of Friday, dude, when it looked like you were cooked, and then we got that SMT on ES, and it held. Too funny. Too funny. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh shit, my screens just went dark. We're good. We're good. We're back. I'm a mess right now. Right? So again, re-entry model. Look at this. Right? Little re-entry trade here. So we're starting to get everything we want. Right? Now it's important to monitor this 5-minute because we haven't yet cleared it. Right? We showed great rejection, but now we want to see these inversions. Right? This is a BPR actually. Right? Remember, guys, BPR, overlapping bearish and bullish fair value gap, right? We printed the bearish gap, we inversed it and printed a bullish gap overlap, right? BPR. Right? Price might want to take another stab into this, right? Look at it, basically touch the 25%, all good, right? And ideally, we see NQ hold up. But just remember, I think big dirty Trump is still talking here. Let me check. Is he still alive? Okay, pause. The live. Okay, no, it's 10:30 Eastern. Yeah. So we're chilling. Right. So now we got breaker versus 5-minute inverse. Let me just clean up the charts a little bit here so we can monitor what's going on. Right. So we got a bit of a war going on. Right. This is more of a war than what we're getting with Iran and US. Right. 5-minute bullish fair value gap. Prints. Takes buy side liquidity. Reverses. Inverses it. Retests and respects, guys. So this is showing me that we're headed lower. Right? When we get this type of 5-minute closure, right? We didn't even close within it. We're likely going to cycle lower. Now, the question is how low are we going to go? If we're still bullish, for example, we need to pinpoint our next sell side liquidity pools. Right? So the market could potentially take this level and reject, right? And we also have this unmitigated portion of this first presented 1-minute, right? So this is all liquidity, right? This is all internal liquidity if we're going to cycle higher, right? If we start breaching these lows, we're likely shifting, right? We're likely shifting. Look at this. Macy, what do they call this? Hold up, guys. Let me just bear with me 1 second, please. I'm just going to get rid of this. This is obnoxious. NQ buy 0505. All right, beautiful. Lock it, close it, beautiful. Macy, what are we seeing right here? What is this? Yeah, buddy. Macy's got it. Lower time frame, AMD. Accumulation, wick manipulation, distribution, right? Now we get a continuation lower, right? So, right, we've got grounds for pullback, right? We've got a clear pullback in action. Now, how are we going to tell where the pullback's going to end, right? We're going to mark out our first percentages, non-negotiable, right? These are our keyest levels, right? We want to see price come in and respect these levels, right? If this goes, then we're likely flushing low, right? Now, how do we know it's respecting, right? We have bearish order flow, right? Immediate price action is bearish. We want to see it change to bullish. And just like I taught you guys, right? We have a 1 minute fair value gap. If we flip this, what else do we have? A motherfucking breaker, right? The last up sequence before the manipulation lower, and then the redistribution higher, right? Manipulate, distribute. There's our breaker. Right? So this is now looking very good. Very, very good. If we close above, we didn't close above. That's okay. Right? We might cycle higher now, we'll see. But this is looking good for upside. Yeah, AMD is a good way to get a read on the market, right? Trading this pattern is rather difficult because again, like you have to sometimes we'll get AMDs in the directions against momentum. But it's beautiful to see, right? Like we can see that it's manipulation in the market to the highest degree, right? Algorithm spins, right? And then it builds, right? And when we get these spooled out areas, right, we have to build, right? We take liquidity to fuel us lower, right? We got to build it though. It fuels us lower. The algorithm repositions itself and then it cycles higher. And it'll just continue to do it, right? Sometimes the AMD is a little bit more slanted and corrective, right? And then we manipulate, or you get that sharp V shape, right? That's my favorite. When we get this corrective price, we get the V shape, right? BPR, inversion, CISD, shift in market structure, whatever you want, and then the retest and go, right? But again, like you got to pay attention to the details, boys, right? We're failing to flip this 1 minute. We're retesting the breaker, right? So this breaker is a little bit weaker right now because we failed to inverse this 1 minute, right? But look at the breaker, man. I hope that makes sense to you guys, right? The last sequence of up candles before the final manipulation lower that causes the shift higher, right? Bullish breakers will always be bullish candles. Bearish breakers will always be bearish candles, right? And this is exactly why I trade the inversions. Dude, love the high day play. Love the high day. Not my style anymore, but high day is beautiful. And this 5 minutes holding, right? So we're looking good, boys. Like NQ is looking good. I don't know about ES. Let's take a peek. ES can look like a totally different war zone. Right? So we stab deeper into this breaker, still valid to the upside, right? We haven't inversed any first percentage, right? We do have an inverse up here, but that's low grade, low quality. I'm gonna get rid of that. Right? And look what's happening, right? We have perfect equal highs here, right? We have some trend line here, low resistance, right? Mitigated price action, right? So again, we want to see this flip and look at how beautifully, right? It's respecting the 50% of the consequent encroachment, right? So we still haven't gotten the clear-cut sign that we want to turn around on these lower time frames yet, right? Turn around back to the upside, right? Price is still showing respect to bearish order flow, right? Here's another good example, right? 2 minute, all right? Nice 2 minute level, right? Respects it. So we want to see this flip, right? If we flip this, we're gone, right? But this major liquidity pool, right? This PM high and this first presented 15 and 30 minute that's holding price from all-time highs, right? We got to expect a bit of a pullback on it, right? This could be a big move. This could be a big move for the market, man. We're setting all-time highs if we make this move. That's huge. We're not just taking some high, right? It's all-time highs. Exactly, bro. Structurally, we're still bullish, right? But we get this corrective lower time frame pullback. You know, this lower time frame order flow is bearish, right? Once it shifts, everything aligns, and that's usually when we just see the market go whoop to the upside. All right, so I'm just going to clean up these charts a little bit, guys. Still looking for this 1 minute to flip on both. No SMT. I'm looking for SMTs in through here. No SMT. Everything looks pretty synced up. But this is looking good. This is looking good. It looks like it's going to start to cycle here, right? We likely got some type of 30-second inversion through here too. Let me take a peek. Let me take a peek. Man, the White House is huge. It's a big house. Okay, forgive me. 30-second inversion is still up in here too. On ES at least. On NQ, same deal. Up in this region here. So we really just want to see this 1 minute flip, right? 1 minute flips we're sky high. 2 minute on ES. Yeah, exactly, Serge. Exactly. Right? If you are in any type of trade right now, guys, whether it's eval or funded, I mean, just manage your expectations, right, with the outcome. It doesn't matter at this point. I need you guys to be trading to the best of your ability. That's it. That's all you got to focus on. And understand the environment you're in. Trump is signing papers right now so he can get his blood test or his fitness test or whatever you want to call it. We're going to find out his real age. He's actually 800 years old. He's a biblical character, right? He's a demonic biblical character who's been on like the highest degree of stem cell treatments. Good hold. Good hold, right? So this would have been me at break even, right? And then it's like on funded. So I mean, do I look for a re-entry? Like it's not my exact model. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Cheers. Cheers to everybody showing up, putting the work in with the right attitude day after day after day. Right, guys? Keep it up. That's what it's all about. Yeah, man. I mean, again, I'm simply looking to just hit the 5-day minimums. Right? The 5-day minimum, $150 a day, 5 accounts. You know, I'll be looking pretty good. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like if I'm on eval, like I'm probably taking this on like, you know, 4 to 6 contracts in account, right? If I got in where Surge was, bro, I'd be launching for sure. I'd be launching. But yeah, with eval, I mean, there's no attachments to evals, bro. Evals mean absolutely nothing, right? What evals do represent though is like a good test for anybody who's newer to passing evals or who may not have the experience, right? Like I've tried to pass evals extremely quickly when I first started, and like I mean, I started slowly on a 5-stack back in January, got them up from 50 to 52,100, 5 accounts, and then I was like, I'm gonna pass this today. And let me tell you something, I got slapped in the face, deleted, right? So it's a good little test for yourself, right? A test for your patience, a test to monitor greed and FOMO, right? To pass an eval appropriately, one eval, right? $250 to $500 a day max drawdown limit, right? That's it. And see if you can pass an account, because if you can't, then you cannot make money on a funded account, because that's how you trade fund, right? You're not going to go risk $1,000 or half your drawdown a day on a funded. Like it's ridiculous. It's not going to happen. If it does happen, you're losing your accounts, right? And that's why we see these resets, man. Like the revenge trading, the greed, you know, I want money now type of mindset. It's backwards, bro. The more you want the money and you chase the money, the longer it's going to take to get even $1 in your account. And it's actually you chase money and money steals from you. You know what I'm saying? The money will take from you, right? And give to others, right? Like if I go and drop $30,000 on evaluations this year and I don't make a single dollar, right? The money is my chasing of and greed of capital is actually losing me money, right? Think about it. Serge, this is what we want, bro. Hold on now. 2-minute inversion, retest. 1-minute inversion, retest. Market, go higher. Thank you. Next. Okay, Serge. All good, buddy. Do me a favor. Set a TP. Set a TP at the high, right? Give me one contract off at the high. Yeah, exactly, Ricky. Right? Exactly. And like CFDs are a little bit different than the future space. Now that I've traded both, honestly, I think that honestly, I mean, I think that CFDs, like you could make a lot of money in CFDs. You got a way bigger drawdown, right? Like CFD accounts are usually what, 8 to 10% of your allocated capital. And I think most futures are like 4% at most, right? Usually like $2,000 drawdown on 50K account, right? With futures, you have to be willing to stack, right? If you want to trade one account, then CFDs are potentially a good play, right? But if you long to trade, what the dude? I got this Trump thing. Trump's online, boys. Trump's online. Positive news incoming. Gosh, this guy. Ah! Trump's like, I work out all the time. I literally work out 1 minute a day max. What a troll. He's getting old, man. Yo, boys, if you want to watch this, there you go. Babe, Trump's on a call right now with like some bunch of kids in the office, and it's like he's signing something for like fitness testing in schools or whatever, or for the president's testing, and he's like, I work out all the time. He's like, I work out probably 1 minute a day. Oh my goodness. To the upside! To the upside! ES is pulling us up, boys. Anyways, boys, not to get political here. How's everybody doing? Any trades? It's kind of slowed down here. We've gone flat. Gosh, he is like a receding lizard. Look at him. He's hilarious, man. I love his mannerisms. I can't handle this shit, man. It's too funny. Also, boys, I'm gonna continue to post starting yesterday the full format of the streams. Okay, I tried to do a little bit of cutting and like do highlights yesterday, but man, it's just 2.5 hours worth of content. It's a mountain to get through. So I'm just gonna have to clip the edgy comments, and then everything else will be just dumped on live for you. Ricky, how long you lived in Mozambique, bro? Come on, baby! Pump for the Trump. Give us that Trump pump. Woo! Give us that Trump pump. Breaker blocks, boys. I'm telling you. Breaker blocks Q4. Be ready. You guys got 2 quarters to learn this IFEG model before we transition to breakers. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be spicy. Right? Reading the liquidity as it is, right? Low resting. Damn, I better hurry up. Nah, it's all good, bro. What I want to do, I can't tell you right now. I can't release it, but it would be organized, right? It's not like we're all just going to go switch and trade breakers. Good management, Rick. Good management, brother. Attaboy. I have a question, Rick. How do you do you have a specific model that you're entering off of right now, or are you just like reading like price action or like candlestick entries? I don't think we've ever actually seen your entry model, right? And this is a good example of shorting into without flipping that first presented, right? Right. We didn't flip the 5-minute first presented either, even though there was only one 3-minute flipped, but the 2-minute and the 1 minute I don't believe did. Right. So good job managing that tight, because usually we get reactions off these levels. Right? It's very rare that we just steam them. Oh, goodness gracious. Where's the music? Adam, how's your education coming, brother? I'm pumped to get on these calls starting next week. It's gonna be like I'm gonna bring like what we'll likely do is review PA for the day, and then we'll just run full Q&A, right? If there's a topic or anything that you guys want to learn technically or have a discussion on, and it's it's I want it to be purely technical focused, right? Not purely, but primarily technical focused, right? Because psychology is great to talk about, but I strongly believe that a lot of people lack confidence in their system, right? And if you aren't fully confident in your system, like genuinely confident, psychology and trading is it's tough, right? You cannot have any doubt in what you're doing, right? For me, my entry model, I just thought, fuck man, wish, well, that's awesome. Sometimes flipping a coin can make you 10 grand, right? Like, cool. All probabilities, yeah, no doubt. But yeah, again, what I was saying is those 2 hour training sessions starting next week, I really want to just help you guys master your technicals, because if your technicals are dialed in, and I mean dialed in, it is a lot easier to manage your mind and your psychology, because you can just revert back to that state of peace and knowing that your model works. You know exactly how to trade it, right? There may be variations depending on conditions, right? Where you're going to need a little bit of intuition to get you through some sessions or keep you in, right? Sometimes fading might be the play, right? But getting your technicals absolutely lasered in, right? All right. Took a trade, SL at B. Any feedback? Vedant, first of all, I like the direction you're trading in, personally. This is a 3-minute on MNQ. Yeah, I mean, if you could give me a little more information, right? Like I for example, 15-minute level, right? We cycled out of it. We're all trading off this level at this point, or Ricky's trading against it, but that's all good. Um, when price cycled in, like what happened here that wanted you to get involved, like that led you to take a trade, right? What happened here, right? I'd like to know, right? But I do like the trade, right? It's a great lower time frame continuation off of the original entry, tapping into the original mitigation entry off of the 50-minute, right? Because we tapped in, right? I entered in this region, right? I'm out here, right? We pull back, right? And you're on that lower time frame continuation now. I like it. I really do. And this market looks like it's cycling good, so we'll see. But any other 15-minute levels presenting themselves? Right, guys, so we do have some fresh levels printing now that it's 11 o'clock, the hourly closed. We have an hourly candle below, right? So at any point, I mean, we're still heavily bullish, but at any point, the market could start to reach down into these levels, right? So we don't want to be too optimistic with the bullish PA, but just make sure we're trailing, right? Make sure we have, okay, Ricky, my man, fucking 2 days in a row. Good to see you here, brother. My Mozambique maniac, I love you, man. Go see the sun, and we'll catch you later. Okay, 1 minute BPR. Oh, I see. Yes. Yes. Did you enter here? Must have been here. Am I seeing this right? Is this the BPR we're looking at there, brother? I really do like this trade here. Right? There's no S&T, unfortunately, but that's fine. Because again, what happened, right? We tapped into the 15-minute. We cycle higher immediately, right? With speed, right? We consolidate, right? We pull back, right? We always get these pullbacks, not always, but we look for pullback before we continue higher, right? We pull back well into discount, right? Key level, 1 minute first presented. We respect the 5-minute, right? We don't flip the 5-minute here, and then we start to push, right? We start to see these markets changing directions, right? BPR retest, boom, love it. Absolutely love it. Very good. Stop loss placement. 3-minute, let me just look. Below the gap, below stop loss down here. No, that's not right. Gotta be somewhere around here. Okay. 28.54. Only thing I would say, bro, is your stop could be way tighter, right? With day trading, man, like if we come down here, like who's to say that like anything below this low is going to hold, right? Like we're starting to cycle higher. So in my opinion, you could have been a little bit tighter on your stop because it looks like your stop was down below the 1 minute first presented, right? But again, boys, holy shisha, look at this. Beautiful. Look at the breaker, 75, tapped almost perfectly, right? 25%, 50%, and 75% of our levels. If we see respect, it's a great sign. Look at this. Taps the 25%, pushes higher. Comes lower, takes liquidity, taps the 75%, pushes higher. Comes back, taps the 50% perfectly, flips inversion, market goes. Right? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This trade is great. This is a great trade. It's a great trade, bro. Like no drawdown, very minimal. Couple minutes, that's about it. Very nice. Right? Again, like look at this, man. This little breaker here. We violated it a little bit here, but look at the perfect retest on it. I mean, come on. You see these candles form, like beauty. This is a beautiful market today. This is a beautiful market, boys. Right? PA is PAing. Is that how the kids say it? Serge, I don't know if you can hear me, dog, but you're coming up on TP1. Should I call his office? Oh, he's back. Serge, I'm gonna call your office. Hey, I need to talk to Serge Soares immediately. Urgent business. Yo, dude, fucking TP1 just hit, man. Jeez. Yo, can you tell Serge he just hit TP? Like TP. Just do it. Buddy's in like an interview or something. Boss comes in, yo, Serge. Some dude named iLefty just called and said you hit TP. Like, are you in trouble? Should I call the cops? Hilarious. Hilarious. Drink up some water, boys. If you're not hydrated, we're gonna have a problem. Look at Vedant, dude. Now that he's not here, I can talk good about him. I'm just playing, but what a dude. I'm actually really impressed on this re-entry here that he took. Really impressed. That's reading price action beautifully, right? Again, if you're comfortable trading in these areas, right? I also see my boy Macy over there sitting tight. I'm assuming he's sitting tight, and I have mad respect for that too, bro. I got mad respect for anybody that's willing to sit and wait. I don't know. I don't think so. He's been quiet, so he's probably trying to sell this shit, you know? Watch. He's going to sell it and it's going to melt. Big fish comes in, right? Massive market seller comes in with like 15,000 contracts. Now he's probably like talking to his boss or some shit. Should I call his work? Yo, Macy, you in a trade? Oh, too funny. Call it in. Yo, Macy, you're about to miss the entry, bro. Where you at? Serge, my brother. That's another absolute stinky swerve for the boys. That's crazy. That's crazy shit, man. There's your TP. There's your TP, brother. Serge, man, where did you get in, bro? You must be up like 70, 80 points, eh? Maybe more. It's a freaking beautiful trade. Too funny. How's our Forex boys looking? 80 points. Let's go. So what's you clipped here? Or? One con off. Let's go. Honestly, your next contract, dude. I mean, shit. If this is going all-time highs on S&P, I would just set an alert like somewhere near the high, right? And then just trail if you can. We still got a good ways to go, and it's getting a little bit late, so it'll be cycling into lunch and dinner or PM if it goes. Right, but again, we just need Trump to fart on his phone and push the market. This is why I need to get Bookmap, dude, so I can see like if there's any serious hot spots above us. Also, guys, I mean, hold up. I know you guys are all tight with Mac too. Just make sure we're not posting any type of inversion shit in his in his chats, please. Just a friendly reminder, guys. Paid either way. Let's go. ES is looking juicy. Juicy, juicy. Atta boy, Macy. Yeah, it's getting to that hour, eh? Another 40 minutes on my end, but I'm done for the day. So I'm just chilling with you guys. Macy, I'm thoroughly impressed by your discipline right now, bro. The last 3-4 weeks, it's been beautiful, right? Can you start to see and feel how like if you continue to replicate this for months and years, just how it can start to pay you well? Let's go. Let's go. Right. And you start to feel these little click moments, right? And it's showing. It's showing on your end. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, dude. One instrument, like you just know what's going on, right? There's a lot less noise, we'll say. Yes, exactly, bro. Exactly. Like a lot of people are against like trading floors and watching somebody else trade or trading alongside them and think about it, bro. Like we were talking about yesterday. There's no harm in doing that, man. That's how you get good, right? If you joined a trading floor back in the 90s or the 2000s, man, what would you do? Right? You'd be in a fucking room full of people. It would be so loud. There's risk management people walking around everywhere to make sure you're focused, to make sure you're not over risking on the firm's behalf. There's meetings, there's clients, there's always moving parts, right? Like when I was in PJ's community in January there, it was beautiful. I couldn't believe it, right? Hella distracting, right? Like all of a sudden it's like, holy crap, am I taking his trades? I'm taking my own trades, right? And you have to decipher that, but it's part of the growth, right? And having somebody psychologically educate you throughout your session and keep you focused and remembering on what's important, right? It's priceless. And that was my experience with him, right? So now it's all about paying it forward. We don't all have to trade the exact same way, right? But for any newer traders, anybody who is not making money, just fucking copy the system, dude. I encourage you to copy the system, right? Copy it and trade it literally right beside me, right? And then eventually you'll get to a point where you can start teaching it, bro. If you desire, if you so choose to teach, right, and educate. I haven't always been able to do this. Once I decided to follow my rules and my process, it became exactly, bro. Look at that. If it gets too much, I mute or log off. I go solo when I'm about to take my. Yeah, there you go, right? So when it comes down to like dialing it in, I mean, you don't want somebody necessarily blabbing in your ear, right? So mute, go silent, whatever you got to do, right? But again, I got big plans for the trading floor, big plans, right, on how we're going to develop this. And it's not about pumping up our members to 10,000, right? We don't need to have 10,000 people in here. If we do, that's great. But what it's about is about high quality service for those that are in here, right? So how can we improve the service? You're going to see. You'll see, right? The next 6 months, the next 6 to 12 months, big things coming for the boys. Big things coming. Right. And with that, like I said in the affiliation video, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. Right. For all you guys working, my man, as we grow, there's going to be employment opportunities for whoever proves themselves worthy beforehand. Right. You would never want an opportunity to come up where all of a sudden you can work for a new guy or a new company, a new team, work from home, right? Make way more money than what you're making at your job potentially, and you're not ready for it, right? So this is why you need to get ready now, right? Be the best in your class now. And that is by doing exactly what Macy's doing, sticking to the damn system and the process. Not a boy. I was gonna say, Daddy's proud of you, Macy, but you're older than me, so nephew's proud. Nephew's proud of you, Unc. Come on now. Back is stiff, man. Whoa. Boys, I think it's time to call it. We'll shut her down a little early today. I mean, we're all chilling here, so nothing really to talk about. I'm gonna get on with my day. Yeah, Serge, my man. Listen, I know we're good for Thursday. If in the event we have to pivot to tomorrow, because I might have something going on Thursday that cannot be missed. Does Wednesday work, or I was gonna say maybe Friday? Thursday's still good for now, but in the event we have to pivot. Okay, so if Thursday doesn't work, I'll reschedule it for Friday, but I'll let you know. All right. For now, we're good for Thursday. Much love, my brother. I cannot wait to sit down with you, man, and not on Thursday or Friday, but like in the future. I can't wait to sit down with you, bro, and just talk and have a good stogie. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. For now, boys, have a beautiful rest of your day. All right. Good job. Manage that position accordingly. Structurally, it's probably going to be the play, but it's your call. Right? We got perfect equal highs here, so likely to pull back and then cycle higher, but anything can happen, guys. Be smart out there. Keep me posted. And once you're clipped out, bro, make sure to drop that in the profit and loss as well. Let's get that pumped up. I've been loving all these trades you guys are taking. So let's continue onward and upward, boys. Be well, right? Give thanks. Be grateful, right? Good or bad, be grateful, right? It'll get you through life with a smile on your face. Nothing better. Much love, boys. Ciao.